Well, here it comes.
Welcome back, everybody. Fourth and Ward, we are struggling to the finish line of the week. Nice little Saturday. We had some short meetings this morning, Jack, so I got to close my eyes for a little bit when I got home. And I know y'all had a game last night. We played Thursday, so I got a good night's sleep last night too. But I know you're running on fumes, man, but glad we can make it happen. Guys, before we really get rolling, be sure you drop a comment. Let us know where you're listening from, any questions you want us to cover. But Jack, how was your week?
I've had better, but it's over with, so it's good now.
Yeah, it's that time, man.
Yeah, it was just some random stuff going on at school that I won't talk about on here. And then we had JV Thursday night. Great group there. They fought hard. They actually got they beat Crescent 22-8.
All right.
Really proud of that group. They had a lot of energy and they were excited to be there, which is just awesome to see. Last night was rough. We went to Crescent last night, and offense struggled in the first half. We were down inside the one, like on the one twice in the first quarter, I think, and we just couldn't punch it in. Had the snap infraction kind of thing, bumped us back, and then missed the kick, and then the next one we mishandled the snap, and that's always frustrating.
Yeah,
but probably the worst thing, we had a kid right as we started the second half who got hit, in my opinion, blindside block, but that's beside the point. And he actually had to get taken by helicopter to the hospital. So if you're listening, think about him. If you're the praying type, say a prayer for him. He's doing better.
Y'all finished the game after that? I mean, that's a pretty traumatic thing.
Yeah, we finished the game. So we actually, both teams went to the locker room.
Yeah.
And we had the kids voted, an anonymous vote, whether they were in the right mindset to do this or not. And the majority said they wanted to go back out and play and finish. And, initially it was scary. First he's in my position group, plays defensive line. And so, you hate to see anybody get hurt.
Absolutely.
But if it's one of your guys that you see hurt laying like that on the other side of the field and they're bringing ambulances and spine boards and everything, it's
my gosh,
it's terrifying.
Lord. But, yeah, that's it.
He's doing better. I went and saw him this morning in the hospital. Last night we were worried he couldn't speak. He was only moving his fingers and toes. But this morning he was able to speak and he's walking. He's on the mend, which is great news. Yeah, it's part of the game that you hope nobody has to experience. But
that's one of those things. Like as a coach, it's like worst case scenario. You know what I'm saying? Like wins, losses, all that kind of stuff. That is what it is. But you want everybody to be safe at the end of the day. And these are kids at the end of the day, and you just want them to go enjoy life, enjoy playing a great game. Man, that's unbelievable. I'm glad it sounds like he's recovering some.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it kind of puts into perspective, at the end of the day, football is just a game. There's a lot more to life. Sometimes you get so not into it as a coach, especially you're just constantly doing it. You might prioritize it a little higher than it really should be in the grand scheme of things. But I was proud of our kids, the way they kind of rallied together, where they're to support each other, and as well as our fans, our band, cheerleaders. They were all over there together, coming together after a tragic moment like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, in y'all's scenario where it is a very small town, right? I mean, you go into church, you're seeing a lot of the same people that you see at the grocery store, in the hallways. You might be related to the daggum faculty members, right? I mean, It's a lot of interconnectedness, and it's a big ripple effect when something like that happens. It's just one piece of that social network in those small towns. But God, that is wild, man. I'm sorry for that kid, but I'm praying for him. I'm hoping he's able to make a full recovery and all that.
Yeah, he, without going into too much,
obviously
detail,
can't
but
say what you
he's
can't say, so.
Nothing's broke. He's
Good.
the prognosis is good.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
It's scary regardless.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's heck of week one, our second game, but it's week one in South Carolina, so a heck of a start to
Starting off with a
season here.
bang, man. Legit. Yeah, we had our season opener this week. Of course, we were the school we were playing at. They came to our place last year, so we got to make the return trip this year, right? They share a stadium with one of the other schools in their school district, and it was occupied on Friday night, so we had to play the varsity game on Thursday, which means your sub-varsity teams all play on Wednesday night, and so the two JV teams were at our place, and then we had to take the two freshman teams on the road. And, you got that many players on sub varsity. It's a skeleton crew. It's 4, maybe 5 coaches traveling with each team, with wherever they're at. And the coordinators always be at wherever the home game is. And so we took the freshmen on the road Wednesday. All right. And we usually kick off the gold team games, our freshman B team, kick those off at 5:30 usually. And normally we play shorter quarters, maybe 8-minute quarters, because usually you want that 18 game to start right at 7 o'clock. Well, we pull up and it's house rules, right? So they had 10-minute quarters for the gold team game, which already tells you how the night's going to go. It's going to be a late night. So get through the gold team. They fought their tails off. They wound up losing uh, with about a minute left. That was tough. Their grease was hot. They thought they were going to get a win, and then in one play, it just gets kind of taken away. But you try to explain to them, they're young, right? So they just want to blame that one play. So you have to keep them in perspective with them. Like, guys, it's never one play. There's a million things. When we go back and watch this film with you guys, there's going to be a million things that could have gone differently to make it not a one score type situation. But anyway, the real action happened during the A team game. So it starts later. I mean, the gold team game lasted longer than the A team game wound up lasting. So we get that one started at like 7:45 at the earliest. I can't remember what time it started now. So we're already behind the 8 ball on getting back in time to get a decent night's sleep. Normally, we've got them all sitting, because normally for a sub-varsity game, they put everybody on the home sides, right? And so just to keep our kids from, we tell them, you're not allowed to go here, there. You sit here and you watch the A-team game, because as soon as it's done, we've all got to load up the buses, take attendance, and we're riding back, right? Nobody goes home early. Nobody does this, that, or the other, okay? So we kind of lay all that foundation out there. In the midst of the A-team game, we're coming off the sideline. I think our offense was coming off the sideline at one point. And, freshmen are a different breed anyway, but we had kids trying to get Uber Eats delivered to the football stadium. We had one kid that said his Uber was almost here. His parents told him to go home. Hey, buddy, that ain't how it works. Like, we are responsible for y'all.
Yeah.
Unless there is prior authorization and
There's
paperwork,
like a whole form and like all
paperwork done and a daggum good reason why.
Yeah.
Like, nobody leaves without. So I was like, you better hit that cancel button. Like, you sit in your butt right there in the bleachers.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish watching this game. I mean, just chaos, right? Like Uber Eats, like, what are we doing? Trying to eat Uber Eats.
What position did that kid play that ordered Uber Eats?
You know what position he played. You already know. He was in the trenches. Yeah, he's one of our guys in the trenches. But A-team wound up getting a big dub. They won by a couple scores and ran into a guy working the chains. I say a guy. It was a high school kid for the place we were playing at. He said he was a big fan of the content, Jack. So appreciate all the listeners out there. And it's always kind of interesting. Yeah, we never set out to be known for much, right? But it's kind of weird feeling, right, when people know you but you don't know them and all that. But it was cool. Said he loves the content, so I guess we're doing something right. But then we're on the way back. All right, so we get back and we get stuck in Dallas traffic because they got one of the major interstates down to one lane at, I don't know, 10:30 at night, or it's about 10:15, I guess. We finally get back into town about 10:20. All right. We pull up to the light and we have a train come through, right? So the way our school lies in relation to the highway and the railroad tracks, all right? If a train is coming through, you are not getting where you need to go. And so I literally pulled out my watch. We'd already been sitting in the light for a couple minutes. Train started, okay? And I just kind of keep looking at my watch. I'm like, this train it's taking, Jack, it took 15 minutes for this train to get through. The front of the train had to be in Louisiana by the time the back of the train made it over our crossing. So we sat there for 15 minutes waiting for this train to cross. Finally get back to the school at like 10:40 when we should have been back 20 minutes prior. and do all the things, right? We take up all the uniforms, get all the wash started, all that. A heck of a night. The JV
That
teams
sounds
both
terrible.
won, so that's good, but they were at home, so all those coaches got to have a lot earlier bedtime than I
Mhm.
did. So slept about 4 or 5 hours because we talked about this before, right? On a game night, varsity, sub varsity, it don't matter. It's hard to sleep. Go back to sleep after getting all wound up. And
Yeah.
so slept
Think
about 4 hours Thursday night, Wednesday night. Now Thursday comes around. All right. So get up, do my thing. I love to get a good pump in, right? On a game day morning, whatever. We get the film and stuff done with the freshman guys in the morning. Our JV guys lift in the afternoons and get their film time in. We were on the road, so it was going to be a little different. So we actually had to, because of just the traffic situation getting over here. It's not a far drive distance wise, but just traffic, you never know, and all that. So got to get a sub for half the day so we can get stuff loaded up. Coaches get buses that are driving the buses and all that, all the things, right? We get there. Okay, it's supposed to be a 7 o'clock kickoff. Normally our games are 7:30 kickoffs, but I don't mind a good 7 o'clock kickoff because I'm gonna get back at a lot earlier time, right? In theory land. And we get there and we're setting stuff up, sideline set up, we're getting press boxes, all the things set up, and the kids are getting uniforms, getting taped, all that. We're about to get this thing rolling. And everybody's weather app said it was gonna be clear skies and life is good, right? I kid you not, about 6:15 rolls around and just a big system works its way through Dallas and lightning everywhere. We were in a delay. I think we started the game at 8:45, 9 o'clock, something like that. It was a late start.
that
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, that just tells you. And it's a Thursday night, so we all got to work the next day.
Yeah.
We get the game done, and I mean it was a classic game. It came down to the last play last year when we played them. They got a really good running back going to SMU. He's legit. We got a pretty good running back too, but we were able to pull out the win, and so that makes things a little better, right? So we finally get home at 12:30, 12:45, something like that. Debrief the kids, get them out of there so they can get some sleep. We got school the next day, and get all the things rolling, right? I'll get the film all uploaded, go and get some stuff broken down. That way, when we come back, we're going to do our usual day after varsity game film review. Offense, defense splits up, and go through all the stats and just things like that. Tidy up the call sheets, from the junior high guys that are writing down everything that we're calling and all that data put in. Anyway, so we have to be back up at 7:30. Well, I don't think I went to sleep till. I mean, I know I got actually my Ring doorbell said I was trying to get up to my door at 2 a.m.
Mm.
So then the best part, all right, the batteries were dead in the deadbolt, right? And so I'm like, okay, keypad's not working, all these things, doors locked. So I'm just gonna go through another entrance to the house, right? That's when I realized I don't have a house key on my car on my key ring.
You don't have a
So
house key
yeah, well, yeah. I
to
don't
your
know
own
how it happened.
house?
I do. I just didn't have one on my key ring. I guess in the 5 years I've lived here, I never put one on because
Well, I guess you had the digital
we
thing.
always had the digital thing and just the bad timing of it all, right? And so I'm locked out. It's after 2 o'clock in the morning to this point. Got we got
Banging on the door. Wake them all up.
after about you know how it is. I'm running a daggum compound over here with all the kids I got. Uh, So I'm sitting there debating. They all got the white noise blasting, right? Once 8 o'clock rolls around in my house, it is straight white noise everywhere. So I'm having to call the missus, right? Mrs. Coach Wardlaw, and she's not answering. She's dead asleep. And so I just start hammering the
I
doorbell, just
say, if
hammer,
I'm up,
hammer,
y'all up.
hammer.
Let's get me in.
And so finally got to bed at probably 2:30, 2:45, whatever time. And what heck, when I turned right around, was back at the school at 6:30 because I got to get film grades in. We got to get it broken down. We got to do all these things. So anyway, so I think I had like 7 or 8 hours sleep in 48 hours. It was tough. It
Mm.
was a tough Friday, but it's all done with now. We survived, man.
Yeah, you got to sleep in a little bit today, recover a little bit.
Yeah, I went to sleep. I was trying to watch my brother-in-law, my wife's sister's husband. He's a coach out here. So I was trying to watch their team play. I fell asleep at probably 9 o'clock and got up at 7. We had to be back up this morning, get the breakdown started on our week 2 opponent. And we didn't bring the kids up because obviously we handled everything with them yesterday. And so I took me a little nap when I got home today, and it's been college football ever since, dude.
Oh, it's the best. It's finally back in
Dude,
full swing.
and I totally forgot. How good is college football Twitter?
You can't.
You
It's
can't be just
unmatched.
all the memes and stuff.
Unmatched. Yeah.
And I've already prepped and sent you some things that we need
Yeah.
to analyze real quick here.
We need to
First
talk
things
about
first,
this.
let's start with the Georgia Tech. Start with the
Okay.
Georgia Tech video if you got that one ready to roll. So
Yeah, I
Georgia
do.
Tech's at Colorado, right? They played Friday night. And I want you guys to just see what the punt returner is rocking right here. This is from Coach Dan Casey on Twitter. All right. He was the one that brought this up. Great follow on Twitter. All right. They've got their punt returner. Coach Jack, what size jersey is he wearing? He's a tiny hiney, right? He's a punt returner.
That's
So
at least a 3 or 4. It has to be because I mean that is I've never seen. What's the tag? Can we see the tag?
it's an Adidas jersey, but just look at the bagginess. What are we doing?
And then it
Look at
gets
that
him
guy.
caught.
Yeah, that's how he got freaking down at what is that, the one? Down at the one because he's wearing a daggum 4X
He's wearing a
jersey.
T-shirt. Like that's not even a.
Coach, that's what my 5-year-old looks like. I always get them team gear, right? As much as I can. Well, they're growing fast. So I'm getting them like 3 sizes up so that they grow into the shirts. That's what he looks like wearing his
Oh
pajama
my
shirt.
god! And you know what's funny? I've seen teams when I was at Clemson. They did this for the punt returner. It was Ray McLeod, I think, was the punt returner. But you can't have 2 players of the same number on the field at
Right.
the same time, and that was the issue. There was I guess neither of them would change a number. I don't know, but they did this, but they executed it much better. So it was a Nike jersey that was tight. It was still, I mean, it was looser than a normal one would be, but much tighter than that one. And it had a zipper down from the armpit down the side. So, like, you could just throw it over
Smart.
one shoulder, zip it up, and he's good to go. Come
Yes.
back over, zip it down,
Yes.
take it off. This, their equipment guy needs to be fired. It's like that.
That is, and the fact that is how he got grabbed on a punt return and
I mean,
down
look
at
at
what's the
that.
mark on that? He's down at the
Looks
3.
like,
He's down at the -3, Coach.
yeah.
That looks like a toddler that
No,
grabbed an
like, come on.
older brother's. My gosh. We tell kids not to arm tackle, but when they're freaking wearing the loosest jersey known to man,
Yeah,
reach
if
and
they're
grab
wearing that,
whatever.
just grab it. That's
Yeah, and it's not a
insane.
tearaway. Like the fact that it's not a tearaway
Yeah, yeah,
jersey.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my!
Oh my,
And
yeah.
aren't
Shout out.
Adidas jerseys known for being super tight anyway? Like,
Yeah,
isn't that they always look super tight to me watching
yeah.
the
And
Adidas
they've
jerseys?
redone. They got like some new cuts now, but especially their like Lamar Jackson era Adidas at
Yeah,
Louisville.
yeah.
Those were like absurdly tight. They've revamped them a little, but they still look tight in everything they do. Oh my
Now this next
gosh.
thing, so shout out to Coach Dan Casey for bringing this
Yeah.
to our attention. My gosh, this next thing, Buckeye Nation, what are we doing with Coach Day right here? All right, what is happening here? I think I saw this on Barstool or
It's
something
like
on
somebody
Twitter.
went to Claire's, or I guess
Yeah,
Claire's probably doesn't do that, but
but he went to a tattoo and
Purple
piercing
Haze or
parlor for
something
that.
like a.
He went to a place that sells CBD, Delta
Yeah.
8, maybe the real stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, a place that
And
sells a lot of
tattoo.
glassware.
Coach Day, we've got some questions for you because those types of piercings, if you're going to have that, hey, that's on you, whatever. And he probably doesn't. It's
And if
probably
it's not a
just,
piercing, I think he should get checked out because that is not normal.
gosh. Yeah, that's, I don't know.
I mean, the
So that's out there, dude.
headlights, he's got fog lights and headlights
Well,
going. I
that's
don't
my whole
know.
thing. If that's what you want, you know what? America, live your life,
Wear an
right?
undershirt, though.
Wear an undershirt. Don't wear the Nike Dry Fit
Yeah.
polo where, if the headlights are on, everybody in the world can
And look,
see.
yeah, as someone who struggles with this issue, not the piercing, but with the headlights being on, I get it. Look, I wear a Nike Legend tee pretty much every day at work.
Yeah.
I get the struggle. It's fine. You just got to embrace it at some point. But if I had that, there's not a shot I would wear a Nike Legend tee to work if I had that
Yeah.
going on.
For the listening audience, all right, it's Coach Day, all right, huge game against Texas, right? All eyes are on the big noon kickoff, Texas and Ohio State. And he's doing a little interview, or maybe it's a pregame, kind of they're just getting a little shot of him. And let's just say the headlights are on and it looks like there's some hardware going on
Yeah.
underneath the t-shirt. Again, could be an optical illusion, but I'm just glad Ryan Day grew out of the beard because prior to the beard,
Yeah.
this is part of my take on Twitter. Okay. Shout out to those guys for finding
Yeah, I
this
love
gem.
Pardon My Take.
Yeah, it's a solid podcast. But Coach Ryan Day, before he grew the beard out, did he not look like the ventriloquist puppet from Goosebumps back in the day?
What a
What's that?
reference.
Yeah,
What a
dude,
reference.
that's a callback right there, man. Like when he had the clean shaven look and he's got the really
Yeah.
shiny complexion, he
Yeah, I
looked
don't
like
his cheeks always look red too. I don't know. It's like he puts sunscreen under his eyes, but nowhere else. I don't know how you do
but
that.
hey, they got the huge dub. I was
Yeah.
able to see the tail end of that one.
Yeah.
Huge dub for Ohio State. Shout out to Coach Ryan Day. All that he's
And
got
whatever tattoo shop he got that done at. Shout out to
yeah,
him too.
hey. That might have been he might have made a bet with somebody last year that if they won
He
the Natty,
lost
he
it.
had to get that.
He
Yeah, he
definitely
should have
lost it.
it should have been a monetary bet because
Yeah,
man.
that's
Man,
that's
but yeah, it was a wild week, dude. I'm just glad college football's here. I'm souped up for this Clemson game that we got going
yeah.
on.
Yeah, I got Florida State, Alabama going on right now. It is pouring rain in Tallahassee, Florida right now.
Dude, it poured rain here. I think we're still under a flash flood warning. It
This looks
was
gross.
wild.
But
Now,
hey, Florida State up 17-7 at the half right now. So
really, they got that transfer quarterback from Boston College who was talking that trash. I guess he's backing it up a little bit.
looks like it.
I think Florida State did steal. Maybe it was NC State's defensive coordinator. I can't remember.
Yeah.
He's famous
And they
for running
got Gus Malzahn too, right? Offensive coordinator.
Yeah, stole him from UCF. And I don't think Norvell's a bad coach. I just think they had a really just freaky year last year. So maybe he's got them. They love the transfer portal. You can basically remake your roster in one offseason nowadays. So who knows? Who knows? I don't know how good Bama was supposed to be. So
check out this new water bottle. It's Owala. I mean, Owala makes a good bottle, but I don't know if you can see it on the camera.
is it a golf texture, a golf ball texture?
Yeah, it was Fairways for Days collection, I guess. They did like a 24-hour drop, and I was able to get one. This is like in May, and it just arrived a couple weeks ago, I guess. But hands down, fantastic bottle. Sorry, just thought of that. But shout out to
No, that's a lot better. That's a lot better item than that headgear you were rocking a few episodes back.
But yeah,
from the Guardian Cap people.
The old Guardian.
The infamous Guardian Cap hat, trucker hat.
That's rough.
So, Jack, I was looking through at some questions for us. Coach NM53 reached out and was asking about how our coaching staffs are set up. So I thought this might be, especially, I was just talking about how we have to divide up and have coaches go off with this group, that group, and the other. So I thought it might be a little interesting topic to dive in a little bit. He asked, how many coaches do you have on staffs? For us, we've got 16. We got head coach, 2 coordinators, special team coordinator, and then we got almost 2 coaches at every position group. So, like, I work with our defense coordinator, work coaching linebackers. I coach the outside guys. He handles the inside guys. Offensive coordinator coaches wide receivers. They divide up between outside receivers, inside receivers. Special teams coordinator also coaches our safeties. And then we got a corners coach. So basically we have 2 at every position group.
Mm-hmm.
But it really, when you got, we got 120 freshmen, 120 JV guys, and then we're carrying 60 something on the varsity this year. So you're talking 300 football players. And whenever on those sub-varsity nights, you have to spread them all out. And then you're doing morning meetings and lifts, and then you bring your JV2 team in the mornings and doing team stuff with them. And so the logistics of getting it all, we kind of need those 16. If not, we have 2 or 3 more coaching slots at some point. Who knows? Just to get more eyes on guys and help us operate. But I was kind of curious, what's y'all's coaching staff situation? Like, how do y'all kind of operate? I know, maybe the needs are a little different, the logistics are a little different, but how does it work for you guys?
So we have now, are all 16-year-olds paid assistants?
Yeah, those are 16 stipends. Yeah.
Okay. So we have
head coach and then 2 coordinator stipends, all that. Yeah. Everybody's paid.
So 16 includes your head coach?
Yes.
Okay. So we have 13. 10 of those are paid. 3 are volunteer. So we have our head coach, obviously. We have a defensive coordinator. Now, our head coach is kind of our OC. He's an offensive coach, so
yeah,
he was OC before he was a head coach, and so he's pretty much OC. I think he split some of that with our quarterback coach. But we have head coach, DC. On defense, we have our D-line coach, inside linebackers coach. The only ones we have two at would be outside linebackers and defensive backs. Our DC will work with the corners and safeties, or however they organize it. Our outside linebackers we have kind of split. Jackson, Sam's. There's two different coaches because those two positions, at least in our defense, are the Jack will be on the line, hand in the dirt sometimes. He's more of a hybrid. That Sam is more of a true outside linebacker.
Mm.
And so we split those up. And then offense, each group has one position coach. And JV, we all coach JV. So we're all there every Thursday. We're all there. They get work with us during practice. But we do have a JV head coach who is one of our outside linebackers coaches.
Okay.
He's also our JV defensive coordinator. And then our quarterbacks coach is our JV offensive coordinator. So it's the same staff for both. We don't have it split. There's some schools I think have an entire JV staff.
Yeah.
That are, like 3 coaches or whatever it is that, they work with those guys while varsity does this. Our head coach, he just thinks it's important that those JV guys get work with all of us. And I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be kind of weird to have a whole separate practice going on over here while we're doing, our thing over here on the varsity field. Yeah, it's 13 total. 10 of those are paid, including our head coach.
Yeah, we got, I think it was one of the big eye-opening things whenever I got out here, right? So you got all your sub-varsity teams, and, you're sending 4 or 5 guys with the freshmen, on their game nights, 4 or 5, however many with the JVs, and those coordinators stay for the home games. I already mentioned that. But depending on, whether it's freshman A, freshman B, JV1, JV2, we kind of rotate sometimes responsibilities. We have a guy who's one of our 16 is freshman head coach. And because you've got so many freshmen, that's his thing, is getting all just the logistical stuff figured out for freshmen and all that. And then all the other position coaches, we're there to help him in the mornings, right? But each of us have also these kind of different tasks that are all related to it. So, we got a guy that'll call the JV1 defense, a guy that'll call the JV2 defense. And selfishly, I like calling both the freshman defenses. One of my extra duties is just planning out the defensive side of a freshman practice, just because I want experience in practice planning and preparing a team. And we model it after how our JV and varsity guys do it in the afternoon. JV2, we bring up in the mornings. So all going on at the same time is freshman practice, a JV run through team period type stuff. And then our varsity guys are getting film and weights on any given morning.
Mm-hmm.
So, coordinators usually, for sure, they're going to be with varsity no matter what, right? And we might have the 3 coordinators handling weight room, and it's the varsity only in the weight room. And we're just they're kind of rotating through handling all that.
Yeah.
And then, 4 or 5 of us are going over for the JV2s and letting them get some teamwork in, or maybe get a little indie time with them. And then spin around to the afternoon, we're all out there for JV1 and varsity. And then JV1 helps us scout for whoever we're playing that week, either side of the ball. But then we're able to kind of just we try to steal as much time as we can, right?
Yeah.
It makes for some long days, but like you said, it's good for everybody in your program to be getting coached by the same guy for 4 years. It's the same indie, right? Because no matter what, if you delegate stuff off, there's going to be, just because people are different, right? There's going to be differences in how people handle things. And it's good for those guys to hear the same coaching points for 4 years.
Yeah.
Same types of drills, same thing. So again, that's just how we set it up. But depending on the size of the program, stuff like that, obviously the needs are different. But
yeah,
it's cool to hear that you guys all chip in as well. Y'all do like half and half and flip, right?
So we're doing a little different this year. And, like you said, I think it's good for those JV guys to get work with, everybody, just for continuity. I mean, as they go through whatever team they're in, now it's a lot different for us. We only have 2 teams we're working with versus y'all have, what, 5?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure that adds a lot of layers.
It's a lot of moving pieces. A lot of moving pieces.
But so we'll do, like you said, the coordinators on Mondays, our head coach and our defense coordinator, because the head coach is basically the offense coordinator. They'll do a little bit of film for about 45 minutes, an hour, while the JV goes straight to practice with everybody else. And that's when we can focus solely on JV practice. Like we can work indie, your more fundamental stuff with them, because our game plan for them on JV is pretty much the base
Yeah,
defense,
yeah.
at least on the defensive side
That's
of the
what it's
ball.
all about.
You know, if they can get our base system down, then when they get to varsity, they can handle a lot of the other wrinkles or things we'll throw in, that kind of stuff. And so nothing's really changing game plan wise, but that hour is a great time to really focus on those younger kids and just get them to the point where they're ready for next season or whatever, and just build their fundamentals up. But yeah, I'm sure having 5 versus 2 changes things up a lot.
Well, I mean, it's just different places do it different, right? I mean, just and different program sizes have different program needs, and yeah, it varies state to state. Like, I look at some of the comments sometimes from like the vlog that I do, and it's just crazy to see some of the different ways that it gets done in other places, and then how it's different, maybe how we do it, and so it's just like it's a good sharing of ideas and all that. It does make for a long day. Like, it ain't nothing to pull an
Yeah.
18-hour day, and I mean, what's a typical, you know, I don't know, like on a sub varsity game now, right? Like I just talked about, like I was at the school from 5:30 that morning to 11 o'clock that night. Like that's crazy, but I mean it's football season.
Yeah.
It's gonna be late nights and all that. Uh,
That's
and then Friday I almost pulled a 24-hour day. Or Thursday, I'm sorry, I almost pulled a 24-hour day. So what's kind of your schedule look like if
so
it's something like that? What's the most insane day you've pulled? I guess is what I'm trying
well,
to get at.
probably yesterday, just because everything that went
Yeah.
on. I think I got home at 3:30 last night,
Oh my gosh.
and that's one of those things where I'll stay up all night if I have to.
But yeah, that's
It's one of
truly
those
a
situations.
unique. Yeah.
But a typical Thursday. Now I ain't doing no get up at 5:30, get a pump in. It's game day. I'm trying to relax as much as I can. I think that's
Uh,
just how we're a little different. But so I mean, I get to school at my normal time about 7:30 maybe. You know, go through the school day. First block's a dream. Second block planning. I'll usually run over to the field house second block. There's always something I need to get done over there. We still haven't, we renovated this summer the field house, and there's still a ton that needs to get done. So I'm always over there doing something. And, you get back. Third block is a nightmare. Fourth block, health class. Love that health class. Then we go to practice. Our varsity will have a walkthrough on Thursday, usually about an hour, hour and a half, maybe. And then we usually go straight to the JV game. Now, if it's a home JV game, it's much better because you're there, you get in from practice, you have a little bit of like 30 minutes or so to relax or eat some of the leftover pregame meal from the junior varsity guys before you have to go out there for pregame warm-ups. The games are supposed to start at 6. That's another thing that happened this week. So what I was told, what was on our schedule, all JV games this year are at 6 o'clock, except for like 1 or 2 that were at 7. This one was supposed to be at 6. So the whole week, that's our plan, right? And then one of our other coaches has a buddy that works at the school we were playing. They had coached together back in the day or something, and he had texted them. And they're older coaches; they've been doing this a long time, and so the
yeah.
earlier the better for them. They'd play at 7 in the morning if we could.
Heck yeah.
And he says his buddy texted him and was like, "Why the heck are we playing at 7 p.m. tonight?" And then that was the first we had heard that we were playing at 7 p.m. that night. Apparently, some clerical error, the buses or the officials had been put in at the wrong time, and it was too late to change it. So we started the game at 7, wrapped up, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock. I ended up getting home probably right at midnight, and then turn around Friday. Again, yesterday was an odd day. I usually get home about 2 a.m. on a Friday night
Yeah.
or Saturday morning, but last
But
night was a little.
y'all stay after y'all's varsity game and do like some of the things we would come in and do on a Saturday morning post game as a coaching staff. Y'all handle that before you even leave that night, right?
I do. It's not a requirement. I just
I
prefer it
got
that
you.
way because I try to. Saturday's my reset day. We don't do anything on Saturday. That's kind of my day to just, I can do what I need to do, hang out with my fiance, whatever we got planned, just get away from it for a day. Because Sundays when we go back in, meet game planning and watching opponent scout and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll do some stuff. I'll usually try to grade Friday night, and I'll go through and we have huddle assist now. Used to like ODK our film.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'll do the scout film if we have it already, ODK it, just so when I go in to plug in down distance, hash, all that kind of stuff, it's kind of ready to go. But um, yeah, it's Saturday's my reset day, and again, this one was a little different. But we go back in tomorrow. We don't have school Monday, which is nice. Do y'all have school?
Yeah, that's true. No, we don't have
I was
school.
about
We
to
got
say,
football practice, of course,
yeah,
but
we got practice.
to
We had
me, any
kids.
day without kids in the classroom is a day off.
That's
So
a great day.
whether I'm at football or
Yeah,
whatever, like
let's
it
practice
don't
at
matter to me.
7 a.m. That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't
get
have
it
kids
done
after that.
with.
I'll be happy. But we had kids texting like as soon as we always have practice on Labor Day. Like that's
Yeah,
not a new thing.
yeah, we work on Labor
And
Day. It is
yeah,
what it is.
and these kids, I don't know what it is, but as soon as it's been on the schedule, there's a schedule that's been made for months, and it's accessible. It's in Sports U for them to see.
Mm-hmm.
But still, you'll have kids that hear that, like, "Hey, don't forget we have practice Monday morning at yada yada." They'll
First
text.
time they've heard it.
Yeah, and it's like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm going to the lake on Monday." No, you're not. Like, what your parents are, I guess. They dropping you and going to the lake, but like, what do you mean? We have practice on Monday? And a lot of them are like 8th graders coming up
Yeah.
that just this is their first experience with kind of, and I don't know if the middle school may practice on Labor Day too, and they're just stupid. I don't know, but um,
See,
it,
out
it
here, our junior highs out here are not allowed to practice on any day that school is not in session. So
really
yeah, every break and all that kind of stuff. If you're a junior high coach out here, at least
that's
that's just how they
interesting.
do it. Yeah, they
Yeah,
don't.
so maybe it's that way, and I just don't know in South Carolina. But these kids were shocked, some of them, and it's like, what do you mean? Like it's a game week. We're not just going to miss a day of practice.
Yeah,
Like,
we're here to play football. We got a game Friday night.
but yeah, and another issue we run into is just given our area, if the buses aren't running, there's going to be some kids that don't show up because that's
Yeah,
their only ride, and that I
yeah.
don't put that against a kid.
That's not their fault. That's not their
Yeah,
fault.
that's a whole thing. But if it's like you're going to the lake or you're going to what's it called, the trampoline place, sky
Bounce.
jump or something.
Yeah,
Oh my
bounce
god,
park or whatever it's
yeah.
called.
Oh, I'm supposed to go to the bounce thing on Monday. What?
At 7 a.m., like,
What are you
or 8
talking
a.m., whenever
about?
y'all do practice, like,
Yeah,
come on, get out of here. Get
it's
out of
like
here.
no, like
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I was just kind of going through when I found that one guy's question about the coaching staff. I also stumbled across this. Just a lot of people comment on an 18-hour day, and so I thought about asking that. But right up under it, because I get on sometimes on the videos, I try not to spend too much time on the comments, right? Because I got other things to do, right? But there's
yeah,
always the one guy in every crowd that is just trying to make what do they call him, a troll, right?
yeah.
Trying to be a troll. So this guy here comments, "Do you ever feel like high school was the highlight of your life? Couldn't imagine dedicating this much time for high school football." What are your thoughts on that?
There's
Obviously, he's trying to get a reaction, like
yeah, and
whatever.
it's like, dude, look, I've always wanted to be a teacher.
Mhm.
And I get this question a lot from my kids when they find out that I had worked in Jacksonville with the Jags for a while. They're like, "Why'd you come back here to do this?" I'm like, "I've always wanted to be a teacher." Like, it's a lot more than just football to me. Like, I love coaching football, love it to death. But if you told me I couldn't coach football, but I could still teach, I'd still do it. Like, it's not about winning the football games. Obviously, it is, but it's just the kids, man. I enjoy working with young men and trying to develop them into great men in this world. Like I don't understand why that's confusing to some people. I really
Yeah,
don't.
other than like when I go home and hear my kids like be so excited that I'm home and
Yeah,
doing something cool with my kids if they got a flag football game or whatever, like just from the professional side, like there's no greater feeling than when I run into a former player
yeah,
and I see that he's doing good in life and he remembers maybe some moments that we had back in the day, or I'll get a message from a player I had 8 years ago just asking how I'm doing,
yeah,
catching up with him. And like you said, it's a people business. And like, yeah, the hours are insane. The stress level sometimes is crazy.
yeah,
The things that we do to make this operation go, sometimes it's wild. Like from outside looking in, I could totally understand how, somebody might think that you're doing all this and it's just high school football. But like you said, it's bigger than that.
yeah.
If it's a purpose driven gig. And I don't know,
And
that's just my kind of whole
and
thought on it.
what how did he say the question again? I couldn't imagine spending this
I
much
done
time
uh,
something.
He asked if high school was the highlight of my life because I couldn't imagine spending this much time on high school football.
Well, I couldn't imagine wasting my time going to videos and commenting that kind of stuff. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like,
Yeah, well,
move
and
on.
and at no point do I feel like high school was the highlight of my life. Obviously,
No.
having kids, getting married, all that. But and I think it's just all about perspective, right? I had a great high school experience. I had a great college
Yeah.
experience. I've had a
Yeah.
great professional experience. And I think just some people out there have that mindset where they're going to be
They're
just a
mad about
stick in the
something.
they're going to be
Yeah.
a stick in the mud about something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're mad that while they're sitting there watching a video about high school football in Texas, they're mad about maybe they had a rough day at work or
Yeah.
something. But it's all about how you think. I think I could have been happy being a garbage man. Like I probably
Yeah.
been bebopping with a headset on, riding that daggum back of the garbage
Yeah.
truck, slinging bags. Like I
Like,
think you
I
just got
don't
to have
think I
the
need
right.
much in this world.
I do not. I always joke. I always joke because we talked before about our eating habits during the season, and I swear, like the last week and a half in a row, I've eaten leftover chicken tenders from pregame meal for lunch every day. You always get kind of side eyes, like you're eating week old chicken tenders from so and so. I'm like, look, give me some water. I'm like a stray dog. Give me some water. Give me a roof over my head,
And I'm gonna keep
place to put
coming
my head
around.
down, and I'm gonna give me an ends pouch when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
This truck's gonna
And
go.
and
Like,
one thing I will say, the eating thing reminded me of this. So I told you about game day biscuits before, right?
well, yeah, going down to
Right.
the Jangles and getting a little
Yeah, I get
Cajun
that.
filet or
Yeah, Cajun flavor, that country fried steak.
yes,
Anyway,
sir.
I got beef with Bojangles right now because I've gone the past 2 weeks, and if you if you don't know, get the Cajun filet, but add egg and cheese to it. It's phenomenal.
Mm,
Okay,
mm.
that's my go-to. And the steak too. The steak with egg and cheese on it's delicious. Past 2 times I've gone, I've paid for the egg and cheese. I do it on the app so that I can like schedule it for 7 whatever. I can go pick it up on my way in. And it's usually a decent size order, like 6 or 8 biscuits, because I'm getting them for the other coaches in the building. And the last 2 times they've forgotten my egg and cheese, but I paid for it. It's on the receipt. They just didn't put it
Come
on there.
on now. Come
And
on, Bojangles.
yeah, like that happens. For some reason, the Bojangles in Williamston's always short staffed in the morning. It's always like people yelling and screaming. It's like a Spirit Airlines of fast food. I don't know what. It's always something. This latest time, I scheduled the pickup earlier, like 10 minutes earlier, because the previous week it took them a little longer. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
no problem. I'll just schedule it earlier, give them a buffer. I show up, still not ready. And whatever, I got like
that's the
20,
worst though.
15, 20 minutes till I got to be at work. And it's like 5 minutes from the school. Well, I sit there for 25 minutes past the pickup time, and they just now getting it out there. They're like, sorry for the wait. We only had 2 people show up. One just got hit by a car this morning. One fell off a ladder. And I'm just like,
My
that's
gosh.
fine. But like that woman right there has been, kneading the same batch of dough for the whole time I've been here. I mean, I get handmade biscuits are good, but like, I don't think she needs to knead it that much. Like, she can go pick up the drive-through or something. And there's a line wrapped around the building. It's a mess. But I finally got the biscuits rolled in, and they forgot the egg and cheese again. And
That's
it's like,
tough.
if you're gonna be late, do it right at least.
Icing on the cake. Yeah. If it's going to be late and if it's fresh and it's so good that, yeah, I
And
get it. But
I get short-staffed, and it's a chaos. I'm patient. I'm not mad at you for that. It's gonna happen. But when it consistently happens and it's consistently wrong, I get a little agitated because it just the game day biscuit still hits. Cajun filet still hits. I just need the egg and cheese takes it to the next level.
yeah, our varsity gets a breakfast every game day, and usually it's like a Chick-fil-A breakfast or a
Mhm.
Whataburger breakfast, something like that, something quick and easy. Nothing hits like those biscuits on a Friday morning, right before your first class starts. You're just housing a freaking spicy chicken biscuit or something, sausage
Yes.
biscuit with a little grape jelly on it or something.
And
It's Friday vibes.
yeah,
Like
I was
life is
about to
good.
say, like, so in the PE classes on Friday, the weightlifting class meets in the gym and they go to the weight room after. Well, on Friday, it's kind of their reward or whatever you want to call it. We have open gym basically where they can choose what they want to do, shoot basketball, volleyball, badminton, whatever. And so for me, it's literally a supervision day. As long as nobody kills each other in here, we're good. Okay. As long as you're doing something and nobody's getting hurt, we're good. And so it's more relaxed for me. You know, I didn't have to, plan a activity, sport, whatever we're doing in class. And just to have that biscuit, I sit at my little rolling table, unwrap the biscuit, pop my V8 Energy open. You can't beat it, man. Put a little
Can't beat it.
T-Pain or something on the speaker and just
Oh,
going
yes,
into game day.
yes. Man, we used to have music theme days in college, and T-Pain Day was Wednesday. We called it All I Do Is Wednesday, and
That's pretty
everything
solid.
yeah, it was everything was T-Pain. It was let's see, I'm trying to think of some other ones. I think we would do, like obviously, once you got closer to game day, on, like, your Thursday day, you're doing probably your rap stuff, whatever we wanted to listen to. Monday was, like, a classic rock day. Tuesday
Yeah.
might have been country, I can't remember, but mix it up a little bit, but, yeah, I like that. I like the T-Pain on Fridays.
Oh yeah. And there's a kid in that first block class. Uh, he's a kind of a quiet kid, doesn't cause
Mhm.
any issues. I have him for health class too, actually. So he's with me for half the day. But I see him first thing and last thing. And, I let kids choose, like, if they want to hear a song, come up, tell me, I'll put it in the queue if it's clean. This dude is throwing out just straight classic rock bangers. Like, he walks
Let's
up to
go.
me and all he says is Bohemian Rhapsody. Or he'll be like, he'll
Yes,
hit me with like
yes.
Enter Sandman. And I'm just like, okay, dude, like, I didn't expect
Turn me
that
up.
coming from you, but all right, keep it coming.
Turn me up.
And then you got the kids that are like, turn this off, play some Young Boy, play some this or that. And I'm just like, no,
I'm the DJ around here.
yeah, like, sorry.
Well, shoot, getting to that point, Jack, it's about time for our team of the week.
Yep.
Brought to you by Gridiron Spice Company. Jack, Gridiron Spice, we just released
The
our brand
pigskin.
new pigskin pork blend. We even got a little football texture on the label. We've now got the 5 wide bundle where you get all 5 jars of Gridiron Spice at $11 a jar. So it's all 5 for $55. It ships for free. And for the folks listening, you use the code Fourth and Ward 4 THANDWARD, and you get 10% off your order plus the free ship and all that good stuff. So we got our team of the week here. Now, we were also, before we started recording, compiling a little update on some of our past teams of the week. Let's run through those real quick.
Yes. So Hillcrest High School, that was our first team of the week. They are currently at 1-1 on the season.
All right.
Yesterday, it looks like they lost to Clover High School in a tight game, 30-21. So
Okay.
tough
1-1. All right.
loss there. But let's see. The next one would be the Lone Pine Golden Eagles. That's the 8-man football team in California.
All right.
They haven't started playing yet. They're actually playing right now. Their game kicked
On a
off
Saturday.
at 5:00 p.m. today.
All right. We'll have their update next week.
They're
Good luck, Lone Pine.
playing the Academy of Careers and Exploration.
Big rivalry.
Yeah, I'm sure that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Next to Bridge Creek Bobcats in Oklahoma. 0-1 on the season. Had a tough loss last night to Duncan High School, 30-29. That's a heartbreaker.
That's tight.
Yeah, that's hate that. Sailing Wildcats in Oklahoma, they're 1-0 on the season. Currently the only team of the week to have won this past Friday. They beat Snyder High School 46-0.
Goose
So
egg.
they were balling out there. Halton Buccaneers in Louisiana, they have yet to start the season. They play Homer High School on September 5th. Let's see. Andrew Jackson Volunteers in South Carolina, they are 0-1 on the season. Lost to Bluffton High School last night, 49-21.
I've heard of Bluffton.
Yeah, I think
All
it's a
right,
new
okay.
school.
Yeah,
Newer
I
high
think it
school,
is.
but anyway, last but certainly not least, the 96 Wildcats. They are currently at 0-2 for the season. They played week 0. They lost last night to Ware Shoals High School in a close game,
The Hornets.
36-28. One
Oh,
score.
that's tough. Where's
That's
Shoals,
rough.
man? We used to play them back in the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They were
Ware
always a
Shoals.
really good 1A school.
They had that. They had a really cool baseball stadium.
Yeah, where it's like built into the back of the school.
Yeah.
Man,
So
I think I remember one year we played them, maybe my freshman or sophomore year. They had a running back going to Georgia Tech. And so, yeah, we were a 2A playing a 1A, but it was a tight game. We're both running wing T, and it
yeah.
was a tight game. Like when you got a D1 player in a 1A, 2A setting, it can make a huge difference. But I think we did win like 20-14 or something like that. I've been 14-7. I can't even remember. But yeah, Ware Shoals usually had some good teams historically. I don't know how they've been in recent times, but Yeah, that baseball field setup they got is really cool how it's
No,
built. It's
that's
like concrete stands, and it's built like in the back of
yeah,
the school.
yeah, it's really
Yeah, that's
cool.
neat.
All right, so we are here to choose this week's. Let me get it loaded up here, share it so nobody thinks we're cheating.
That's right. We're looking for Small Town America for any new listeners out there. Jack, our viewers or listeners have exploded in August. So for folks that are maybe new to the podcast, we do a team of the week. We ask ChatGPT to find us random team from anywhere USA. We're not looking for IMG Matter Day, Duncanville, Allen, some of these famous schools across the country. We are looking for regular people just like us. So what we got, ChatGPT?
Let's see. It's thinking longer for a better answer.
Thank you, ChatGPT, for
Wonder if
doing
I should just skip that. Selecting in thoughts. All right, here we go. We have Tonisket, Washington, the Tonisket Tigers, North Central Washington State.
We're up in the Northwest now. All right.
Wow. Let's
All right.
see.
So let's see. Let's see what we're working with here. Let's see Uniform Stadium. Let's see how they're doing so far this season.
See what we can get here. I'm just going to copy that because I will misspell it. Tonisket.
They got to be using like a Texas Tech logo. No, it's just a solid T, script
Okay.
tigers across. It'd been a great time for a Texas Tech type double T logo.
So they have yet to play. Looks like they
Yet to
play
play.
today at 11 a.m. What is going on?
My little
Maybe
Saturday morning action.
maybe a weather thing?
And is that 11 a.m. local time or is that 11 a.m. based off your time? Because that would be, surely that's local time. It's got to be,
Think so. Let's see how
that'd
they
be
did.
early morning Eastern. Yeah, let's see what their history is looking like.
What's going on here?
Perhaps is bogged down all the high school teams in America entering in their stats. And are they a
Let's
new
see.
school?
All right, here we go. 1-8 last year, 0-5 in the district.
Okay.
It's
All right.
close game against Warden.
Now, where is
Okanogan.
Tonisket at? I mean,
All right,
I'm very unfamiliar with Washington State geography.
Skit. Washington.
I know Seattle's a big city, but I don't know much else up there that's.
Let's take a look. All right, so we are.
A river. That's kind of neat.
We're
We're in
basically in Canada. Holy
We're in Canada.
moly.
Good Lord. Is that a topography map? I mean, are we on a
That
mountain?
is. Let's see some layers here. I mean, that is very close to the border.
My.
Let's see if we can get an aerial here.
All right, so we got a little track around the field. Okay.
Let's see if we can find.
Yeah, I want to see what these jerseys look like. So we're talking navy and yellow for the color scheme is what it looked like, or some type of blue and yellow.
Is that Russell?
Now that is a uniform brand I have not seen in a while. Little Russell jersey action.
Yeah, I found our old
Georgia Tech was a big Russell college back in the day, right?
I found. So you remember we had the Nike.
We had Nike when I was in
Nike.
school.
We got Russell my junior year. It was the first time we had red pants and white pants, so we could alternate. I'm not gonna hate on them too much. They're our practice jerseys now. But they are, Russell. I don't know if they're still around, to be honest with you, but
Yeah, I don't know if they do much football stuff anymore. I
what
think
is
maybe
going on?
some of the HBCU schools maybe still use Russell, or at least I can remember seeing some of them. I don't know if they had like an exclusive thing where a lot of HBCUs got Russell uniforms, but
Looks like a smaller.
okay, smaller team here, at least from this photo we're looking at.
These are unbranded. I don't even see a.
Yeah, I don't see any. I don't even see the Russell.
Interesting. Let's
Very
see if we can
interesting,
find a
bold
stadium.
strategy. Yeah, let's get a little stadium action here. It's got to be scenic if it's up there. I'm thinking a lot of trees and.
Oh, is that it? Look at that. I got a new
That's it.
scoreboard.
Nah, that's nice. That's nice. The backdrop is pretty behind that scoreboard. Let's see here.
Space. Is that the track?
That looks like that track from that aerial view we were getting. Behind that scoreboard, it looks like we're talking in some nice scenic backdrops.
Is this? Oh, if we're gonna be able to get a stadium view here, is this?
About to say it.
Tom Ball.
We might be out of luck on this one.
Okay. Go back. How far did I go? Athletics. Let's check this website out. So there's the field goal post. So We got something.
On a skit.
DC Athletics. There it is. Interesting.
We might have to hope that we got some folks listening to the audience that can get in touch with some Tona Skep folks. Might have to be a update we do next week and see what the stadium scoreboard looks nice out there for the Tigers. Hopefully they got the dub this morning. Well, I guess 11 a.m. their time. Yeah, they've probably played it by now.
Maybe we can get a view from the huddle highlight. Oh my gosh.
Recap versus Brewster High School.
Oh, they're away.
That was an away game. Oh, well, it'll be all right. Shout out to Tona Skit, episode 23, team of the week. Oh, this game did not work out well for them, though. But hopefully they got the dub. Hopefully they got the dub this morning in their season opener, 11 a.m. local time.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to try one more thing. All right, doesn't look
bother
good.
you, eh? It's going to
really
bother you if you can't find one. It'll stick with you all day.
Oh, I got to purchase the live stream. They have huddle.
Dadgummit.
So, I mean, not too bad, I guess. They're doing pretty decent because huddle ain't cheap.
They ain't doing too bad at all. Well, Jack, I appreciate your time. I know we were trying to get done before this Clemson game gets started. I did place my finances on over on the total points. I did 56.5 over total points.
I did straight up.
Straight up Clemson money line.
Actually, no, I took straight up and the over. Clemson and the over.
You parlayed them? Same game parlay? Very interesting. We'll see how it all pans out for us. But we appreciate you guys tuning in once again. As long as we keep growing, I don't see no reason why we can't keep doing this, Jack. I mean, if we get about week 8 or 9, we're gonna be zombies. But
we'll have some bags under my eyes.
We've got I think only West Virginia is the only state where we don't have active listeners. So
what's going on, West Virginia? That's a football state.
Country roads. I thought we were gonna be able to nail that one down pretty early, but we really do appreciate it, guys. We're just two high school football coaches that like getting together and talk. We like small town stories, all that good stuff. As always, drop a comment. Let us know where you're listening from. Let us know some topics that you might want us to touch on. Those comments can be on our Spotify page, Apple Podcasts, can be on our YouTube channel. Comment on my TikToks, reach out on social media. We want to make sure we're discussing things that you guys want to hear, but we appreciate it.
Stay golden.